Welcome back to another edition of the SNG Experience. Boy, did we have a great time at Monster Palooza this weekend. Thank you, Elliot Brodsky, so much for inviting myself, Mary, and my entire crew to have a lovely weekend at Monster Palooza. It was great seeing a whole bunch of old friends, seeing all kinds of great exhibits. We all truly appreciate it. This is going to be sort of a recap of my introduction here of what happened last week and of course this weekend. I'm going to start it off with showing you some video taken from my C8 Celestron. Now this was just done using prime focus with this camera here just pointed at the lens. Eventually we are going to get a proper camera mount, which we are going to order very soon, and start using the better Nikon cameras that we have to capture some astronomy. It's beautiful out there, and I've always loved it. I've always been an amateur astronomer and always had telescopes, and I've been kind of getting back into it lately. Thus the little clip you'll see after I'm done running my mouth here. It has come to my attention in the past that Bad Robot occasionally watches our show, and I wanted to extend the invitation to JJ, should he want to come visit us at SNG. We'll go to lunch, and you can meet the crew here and see what we're doing here. You might find it rather entertaining. I know you're aware of us, so I'm extending that. Anyway, let's get on with the show here, and I'll show you what's been going on the last weekend at Monster Palooza.
Look at that. Okay, so these are unfinished. We haven't, Antonina hasn't burned the seams off them yet, but you can see how well they're going to work. Hold your hands out straight, fingers out, and yeah, those are really going to be really cool. They just give you exactly the right amount of length to work.
Perfect.
Yeah, I love it.
And by the way, welcome back to another edition of Steve Neill's Garage, SNG Experience, whatever you like to call it. It's what, Wednesday?
Wednesday, and we just got the first castings. We're going to cast another set of the finger extensions that Antonina cast up for our finger extensions for Giselle's makeup. So those are really they're gonna work great. Look at the color though, how it really matches the hand. That's really cool. And over here, Paul's working on some of the pullover masks for what we call the G-Men, which are in the show. And we got another one going over there that Jen's been working on. And Paul's doing a really bang-up job on this. It's his first sculpture ever, really.
My first full.
Well, besides the feet, yeah.
Yeah, the first full one, yeah.
Very nice.
So lots going on the show. That's predominantly what we're working on. And in here, I'm going to show you some of the things I'm working on. And I'm designing the sets we're going to build for the show. We need an old church wall in Ireland. And I'm just building it in 3D in Lightwave so that I can show it to the crew. And we're going to make a wall like this using foam, sheet foam, and we're going to carve it and paint it and make this whole wall. Since we can't find a really good churchyard to shoot at, we'll have so much more control this way. Also, I've been working on the interior sets pretty much the same way. What I'm doing is making sets that can be used to make a bedroom, a dining room, and a living room, and they're all the same set, just redressed, rearranged. So I'll show you more of that in a minute.
It's the crew, and they're all busy working on a Wednesday, and Paul has just about finished this, which is looking really cool. Put light on it, but you get the idea. I'm not going to show it to you for very long. And over here, Giselle is doing overflows. And so is John. They both sculpted these, I guess what you call as a bridge appliance. The bridges between the back of the head over there and the front of the head appliance. So we have those two pieces there, and we need to connect them so they look like this, because these are the same kind of creature. And so this back of the head will go on Giselle first after a ball cap's put on, then the front prosthetic will go on, and then these go on and overlap those two appliances and blend down into the side of her, down below her ear and neck. And so that's coming along really well. In fact, we'll be able to mold these tomorrow and running foam in those. And over here we've been running feet, which are part of the makeup too, filling them up solid with latex. Those of you out there in monster making land, this is the best way to run rubber. You pour the rubber into your mold. This is slip casting rubber up to the top in a pottery plaster mold, not ultra cal or hydrostone or anything like that. Pottery plaster, because it's very absorbent, and you allow the latex to sit an hour or so, and it builds up a very thick wall of rubber. You dump out the excess and you let it dry out, and you get nice thick rubber pieces that are all smooth and nice inside. These ears were done that way, and these are for Paul Forrest for his cosplay of Vegas Spock, or Spock Vegas, I'm sorry. You see how nice and smooth they are, and it's just done the same way. So, yeah, we have another one of these creatures being sculpted here. Antonina is working on Giselle's figure extensions for the same makeup. These are very much like the ones that were done in Fright Night. And she's patching these prosthetics with Cabo Patch, which is Cabicil and Frosade. And it's really good for patching mass rubber. I wouldn't use it on silicone because it won't stick to it, but it does stick to urethane, and these are urethane fingers. This is old Skin Flex, and it's very flexible. It's very much like silicone, a little stickier at best, but it's nice stuff. And I can still get it. Berman still has some, and no, none of you can have it because I'm using it for ears and things like this. It's perfect. What else is going on? Huh? Silicone. Oh, silicone, yes. Antonina is prepping our molds for silicone prosthetic ears. And of course, we're spraying in Super Baldies. Thinned with 98% alcohol into the mold. Now, of course, she's prepped the surfaces with additional mold release. What do we do on the stone? Really, silicone's not going to stick to stone, but it will stick to itself. So there's been, to get the Super Baldies to release from the resin ears, the positives that go in here, we've been putting on the wax, and then you've been putting on that too on silicone, so silicone doesn't stick to silicone, and using this. And this gets it to separate very well from our resin ear positive. And the Vaseline, a very fine coat of Vaseline, and then the Baldies on top of that keeps our silicone from sticking to silicone, but it also encapsulates the silicone from the outside and from the inside, because the Baldies goes on the positive as well. Positives are over here, aren't they? Yeah, see, they're over here. And these are the positives, and these are resin. And, you know, the Baldies does not like to release from this. So, a coat of wax, a coat of this, and then the Super Baldies get sprayed on it. And that encapsulates the silicone. So now we can actually stick these ears to flesh. They will glue down and stay down, and we can also paint them, the Baldies, with whatever we want. It won't rub off. And just for fun, in my spare time, I am building a V2 rocket. Yes, isn't it cool? I don't have enough rockets, you see. I gotta have more, so. That's the chute and everything in there. Isn't that cool? I can't wait to finish it. I did a bigger rocket too recently. And I know, Tony, this has nothing to do with the show, but we might launch a rocket in it. But this rocket here, you can see, get an idea how big this thing is. This is a very, very large rocket, which I plan to fly pretty soon, weather permitting. So, and there's Rosie. And over here, I've been working in Lightwave on scenes. And we do have storyboards, and I've done a lot of storyboards, but because I'm a Lightwave jockey, and proud of it too, because Lightwave's such a great program. It's so useful and been used in so many great things like Star Trek and Battlestar Galactica and much, much more. I have the ability to not just create whatever I want in a storyboard, but with this way. So what I'm able to do here is show the set I made, what we need, and this is all going to be built out of foam, this set, and the foam wall. All this is going to be fake shrubbery. I want the shrubbery, and green screen behind it so that Glenn and Tammy can do their magic. And from the camera angle, you can see here, and I've even put in a little camera move. When he comes in and he sees the creature sitting in the corner, this is the makeup we're working on in the churchyard, which was seen by the grandfather back around the turn of the century. So I can even show the camera move I want. It's a little jerky, but we can work on that. This is a wonderful way to get across exactly to the friends of mine that are helping me make the sets, what I want in the set, what we want it to look like, even the lighting, because you know, I've got the lighting in place, and it's sort of a moonlit night. I'll render it here real quick, but I'm doing this with the other sets because what we're doing is we're building interior sets which will double for a bedroom, a dining room, and a living room all in one, and they're redressable and interchangeable, and so we're going to be doing as much of this on stage as we can, which is really the best way to do things. I love a sound stage as much as possible, plus no permits and no trouble with the feds. So here you can see it rendered out. You know, you can see it's kind of like a blue moonlight that's on there. So really excited about doing it this way and having this ability, and just to hit me the other night that heck, I had to do it this way. I started to do drawings. I said, shoot, I'll just do this. I can even render off animations and show the crew exactly what we're going for in a shot, and I'll be able to do this with the other sets as well. So I thought you might get a kick out of seeing that. I'm enjoying the heck out of it. So here it is on Thursday. We're winding down at the end of the day, and Paul's doing his first two-piece mask mold for our background mask. It'll actually be seen a little bit closer than just background. It'll be seen close, but these don't have to actually have any facial movement for the shots we're doing. So it's going to be made out of slip rubber, much like these feet, which are slip rubber. These are raw out of the mold, and they have yet to be cleaned up and painted. Over here, Alex is working on the prosthetic, getting it ready to make a mold, which we're going to make a mold up tomorrow. So, and over here, I started painting the foam rubber. This is foam rubber prosthetic, very soft, extremely soft foam for the makeup, which I refer to as Grandfather's Devil, and we're going to cut these out tomorrow. And I'm going to make vacuum form eye. Well, these are the vacuum form eyes. They will be there'll be an iris in there, and they're going to paint it to be predominantly really dark colored, but there'll be a little tiny bit of soft white on the edges, and mostly dark brown and black pupils that will go behind here and allow Giselle, our actress, to look through it. This is the back of the head here, which matches rather well color-wise, the color. And of course, that's what this prosthetic over here is for. So, hello, Alex. Thanks for coming. So. And I have put in some temporary eyeballs. These are vacuum formed with some discs in them for the eyes, which are quite dark, but there is actually a pupil there, and you can actually see through those. But when I do the actual thing, they're going to look much nicer. This, of course, is now painted with the really nice, this paint here, SC92 water-based coating. This is a water-based urethane paint that works so successfully on foam. I can't believe it. So I'm going to stop using rubber cement paint from now on. I really like this stuff. Rob, if you're watching, remember I told you about this stuff. It is gorgeous paint, and I want to thank Sam, my friend and the owner of Berman Industries, and also Namie's Beauty Supply, for recommending this paint to me because he was concerned about the toxicity of the paint I was working with. Thank you, Sammy. This is incredible. I have been made, I'm hooked on it now. Incredible. The nice thing about this is that when Giselle is actually wearing this, she'll be able to widen and open her eyes and move the face very, very well. It's very, very soft. Also, we're going to do some CGI on the eyes to make them appear to be moving and blinking. So, cool, huh? So, that's about all I have to show you for today. And I'm going to add this to today's edit, which I just finished with Monster Palooza. So I think this is probably a good place to end. So, with our busy folks. Oh, I didn't show these, did I? I don't think I did. Well, this is encapsulated silicone that Antonina ran, and these are Paul's prosthetic ears for his Spock character. He does Spock Vegas. Yeah, so we're making up Paul a set of silicone ears as well, in addition to all the latex ones I'm making him, just so he can experiment around with these. But they're really coming out well, and I really like encapsulated silicone.
Yes, V, you were right. It's the way to go, because it's V. I was over at her house and she was showing me pieces that she was working with. She said, dude, she calls me dude, you got to start working with encapsulated silicone. And I have been ever since. Thank you, V. You know I knew Corey Ackerman.
You knew him?
Oh yeah.
Yes, it's crazy. I know.
I'll see you later, right?
I did.
And here's someplace I used to work many moons ago. Got my start in the business at Don Post Studios, working for Don Post Sr. and later his son. Here's some of the old original masks that he used to sell. And of course, here's Vern Langdon, and he's another person. I went right from Don Post Studios up to Universal, where I met Vern, where he hired me to work on Land of a Thousand Faces up at Universal, which is my second big job before I actually started working in film. So he's a lovely human being. I really like Vern. I'm very grateful to him for hiring me up at Universal.
Get close.
Good to know. So here we are in the exhibit hall, and Mary's taking pictures. You can see how much bigger it is this year. Now that it's at Pasadena Convention Center, it's a really big building, lots of room. And we're walking through, and we got Paul here, and John here, and Giselle is here. They're all wearing our SNG t-shirts. You know I am, see? Anyway, so it's massive. There's a lot to look at. I will probably run out of memory before I can get it all down. But we're going to walk the aisles. If I see anything interesting, I'm going to grab it. I don't know. I've never. I don't know. He brought a weird helmet to my place once.
Didn't you have a Carmen Ghia?
No, I was a Fiat, remember?
I just remember you kept it covered.
So you're working, yeah, I do that with my new one too. In fact, it's in the studio right now. So you're working today, huh, Rob?
I'm working today.
We're just hanging out, being lazy and loafing
Once
about.
the demo's over, I'll just stand around and do nothing.
That's cool. Okay. So this place is definitely massive. Not as big as some cons, but right up there. We saw Rob. We're trying to find other people we know, which is difficult when there's this many people. I mean, it's got a lot more room than it had at the old place, but it's still real busy here. Oh my God. So look what we found. Brian Wade. Yeah, Brian Wade. We go way back working on all kinds of creepy, gobbly stuff.
That was just
Brian Wade. I wouldn't kid you. And one of my favorite products to use doing makeup, I just love Real Creation stuff. It's really good. We use it at SNG. Look who else I found. David Moser. He's on Facebook with us, and I've known him for a while through the mask forums and stuff. I did that a while back when I was starting to make masks again. And that's something he's working on now. Which you can see.
And then
which is really
took them out of that.
And he's working at Aroma. My goodness.
We would do the body now.
That's right. I found Barry Coker. He hasn't noticed me yet. And I don't know who this guy is, but he does a great ball cap. It's pretty amazing.
Hey, Steve. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. And so, whose caps are these? Are these ones you're making?
These are here, yeah. They're a hybrid rubber vinyl cap. So they have the memory of a rubber cap and the strength of a rubber cap with the meltability of a vinyl.
Wow.
So you can melt the edge with acetone.
Wow. That is absolutely stunning. It is beautiful.
Just lightly. I take
Wow.
a special brush. I take a short bristle
Right.
brush.
And you,
brush.
what did you stick it down with?
355 Telesis. Like, well, not 355, but Telesis number 5.
See, Antonina finally showed up. We have the whole crew here now. And Mary. The gang is here. Rob's rabbit from Twilight Zone. Wish Rob was here.
You guys.
And Whitley, I just found the thing for you. I know you love this. You want me to get this for you, don't you? It's got your name on it, Whitley.
So we want three castings. And I say, okay, and I can actually schedule it out. And I just deliver it. And I'm having time.
Oh.
I particularly like him.
I have a friend.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah, really nice.
Costume for a TV commercial recently.
Oh, wow.
I was in there with the whole thing. It was great. It looks.
His name is
Bobby.
Huh?
The pistol?
Yeah,
His name is
wonderful.
Jake McKinnon, but I don't know who owns the suit. It was a rental. It's gotta be.
Gorgeous. Look who I found. I found Rick Stratton, my God. How you doing, Rick?
I'm fine. How are you?
You're on TV now.
Put me on the spot.
Rick and I go way back, way back. Yeah, everything from Chocolate Chip
many years?
Charlie to
Chocolate Chip Charlie.
yeah.
I saw him in a movie the other night.
Yeah, what else we worked on? What was that Corman movie we worked on? We did the Lizards and stuff.
Battle Beyond
Battle
the Space
Beyond
of Time. and Monsters.
Battle Beyond the Stars, and many other things. Even what was those guys?
Star Trek, the pointy-eared guys.
Oh yes, Star Trek motion picture. And,
remember those guys.
We're getting old here.
Battle Beyond the Stars.
Battle Beyond the Stars, but there were
The first of the
we did a lot of Larry Cohen movies. Well, that's great to see.
The Crud. I think it was called
No. It's called The Stuff.
this stuff.
Yeah. They returned to say that was a lot. Remember Ed French?
I didn't work on that one.
You didn't? Well, wait a minute. No, was it The Stuff?
The stuff was where
That's
we
the one
first
where
Ed
Ed-
French. We
Yeah,
met him. His
we-
head was in a box.
Yeah,
Him
literally.
and his wife. I think he actually quit the show. He couldn't handle Larry Cohen. And
Few
decided
people
to,
can. But I'm still in touch with Barry. We talk all the time.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, it's really great.
He probably looks the same, huh?
He hasn't changed. He even has the same telephone,
Same toupee.
same house and everything. No, he doesn't have. That's his hair.
That's his real
Yeah,
hair.
it's real hair. I don't. Yeah. Anyway, it's great to see you, Rick.
We're a little like,
Well, the three of them together is funny, but
This is just too good.
I've always loved Bernie.
Hey, Bernie.
Hillary.
Hillary.
Marilyn, give it here.
Where is she?
Give me a single on Hillary.
Oh, come on, share Hillary. Come on. Did you get it?
And another Mike Hill piece. It looks better than the original. Really nice. Yeah, I know. I have the same thoughts sometimes, but I never fully really feel like I do know what I'm doing. That's a beautiful job. You still love doing this stuff, don't you? Yeah, me too.
Thanks to you, though, I am where I am.
Oh, God.
You had told me that job.
Oh, well, you know, whatever. You have the talent, buddy. And the passion. It's great to have a talent, but it's another thing to have a real passion for it. And if you're like me, I don't feel like stopping.
No, I love doing it. You know, I mean, that's why I'm sitting here.
Yep. Yeah. You think so? Is that what it is? Very nice. That was a great week, a great time, and I hope you all enjoyed it a whole bunch. Before we close here with the SNG experience, I wanted to show you what I got at Monster Palooza. Some of you already know about it because I talked about it on the social media, but here it is. I got one of the I got the Gary Lockwood one because I know Gary Lockwood and he's a friend. And what's really cool about these is that the suit is leather. All the metal parts, the rings and everything connect and turn. Every part you see on it is metal. And of course the helmet's plastic. It's even got the padding inside. I don't know if you can see that up in there. This thing is realistic inside and out. The boots unscrew off, the sleeves, I mean off the sleeves here, these unscrew. He's got hands so you can have the gloves off if you want. This is such a class act. Everything connects, clicks together. It's just beautiful. I am so glad I got this. And then after I got home from Monster Palooza, I didn't know if Gary knew about this or not. I figured he did, but just in case he didn't, because I never assume anything, what I did was, and that's Buzz next to him, what I did was text him, and I sent him some pictures of it. And I was playing with this and trying to put it together because it comes all in pieces that just snap together in a monolith box, which is really cool. And Gary calls me up, and we talked for about an hour about this and about how this got made, and he told me all kinds of great stories about Kubrick. And I'm not going to tell you some of the stuff he told me because he's got a book he's working on, he's going to come out with soon, that's going to tell you some really amazing things. I will say, however, that he said that Kubrick was one of the best people he ever worked with in the business, the best director, and they were friends until Stanley passed away a few years ago, and they remained close all those years. And that was really kind of a neat thing. He told me so many neat things about my hero, and he is my hero, because without 2001, I probably never would have got into the film business. That was the movie that inspired me most. So that and THX 1138. So we'll talk more about that another time, because I'm running out of time. We will be back week after next. Mary and I are taking a little trip to Europe for a vacation for a few days, but we will be back the following week, which I think is the week after this one, for more fun here at SNG, and we'll be starting to build our sets and shoot our pilot. Love you guys a bunch, and see you then.